Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine McCoy and welcome to my channel. This is a very exciting video because it is another milestone that I am crossing with my subscribers. At the time of filming, I have 260 subscribers. And I just want to thank all 260 of you for making this happen because I obviously can't do it myself. It has to be you all. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you for clicking. And if you aren't one of those 260 subscribers, that's okay. You can subscribe right now. And I just want to thank you because it has been a journey. About a year now that I've had this YouTube channel documenting my experiences. And I know that people usually do a 250 milestone type of thing, but I had 260 and I didn't want to leave out those 10 people that just joined. And you might be thinking, well, she did 100, why didn't she do 200? Well, I crossed the 200 subscriber milestone about a week and a half-ish ago when I was at Boulet. And there was so much going on. And you can find out in the AKA 2021 Chicago vlog playlist, but so much was happening. I woke up, looked at my subscribers, and I said, oh, it's over 200. That's good. I can't do anything for that now because there was so much going on. And I said, I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. And then before I knew it, I was at 250. So that's why we're celebrating 250, 260 subscribers. And one thing that I wanted to do was do a Q&A to celebrate. So on my Instagram, which is at PERIDOT_gem, I started a Instagram question themabob. And I told people that they could submit their questions and that I would put them into this video. So that is what's happening right now. I am going to be answering the questions that were submitted on my Instagram story to celebrate 260 subscribers, because just as much as this is a celebration for me, I also want to celebrate you. First question, and this is in no particular order, it comes from XO Abigail XO. What are your plans after graduation? Well, one of those plans I am actually showcasing right now. I've been working at the Retina Associates of Cleveland as an ophthalmic technician, and I've been working there full time. I've got on my scrubs, and I also have this cool little ID card. There I am, Jasmine McCoy. So, I've been working there since I graduated, and it's been great. So plans after graduation, working at the Retina Associates of Cleveland, going in every day of the week, having an adult job, feels good. And I'm also getting ready for the next chapter of my life. I just graduated Harvard University. Therefore, since I want to become a doctor, there are many other levels of education that need to be stacked on top of that. And medical school is the next step. So that is what I am planning and preparing for. And yeah, so those are my plans after graduation. I have two questions from Celine Foster. One of them is, what is my 5-year plan? So 5 years from now, I will still be in medical school. Medical school takes 4 years, but I am also taking a gap year right now, working at the Retina Associates of Cleveland. I'm doing that because I want more clinical experience, and also because I need that mental health time, because graduating during a pandemic was not ideal. It was amazing still. I love my graduation and everything about it because it is my graduation, but I want to be able to start medical school, hopefully around a time when things are getting back to normal. So I am going to be 5 years from now working in medical school, studying, taking tests, all those things, getting closer and closer to that step, that recognition of being a doctor. And her other question, a place that I've always wanted to visit, Tokyo, Japan, without question. And I feel like that is partly because of all of the anime and Studio Ghibli movies that I watch. I love anime and Studio Ghibli. So if I went, I would definitely want to go to the Studio Ghibli Museum and to be able to just experience a lot of that Japanese culture authentically. It also is partly because one of my favorite YouTubers, Sunday Love, lives in Japan. So all of the places that she has visited in Japan, being a resident there, I would definitely be scrolling through some of her videos saying, "Oh, that was a good video. I want to go there." So anywhere in Tokyo, Japan, I would love to visit. Kiara Dunlap is asking, how is the boule this year? I have a very simple answer. I made an entire playlist dedicated to the 2021 Leadership Seminar and boule. It's called 2021 aka Chicago Vlog. So if you want to, you can go watch that every single day. I made a video talking about what it is that I did, but in short, the short answer is it was fantastic. I got to go to Chicago and it was hybrid. There were a couple of probably 100-ish people in Chicago, including our board of directors, international committee chairman and co-chairman, and members from the corporate office that were there. So I got to see those people in person, but also just being in that space, being able to interact with members, because I haven't been able to do that since getting elected more than a year ago. And it was great. I also, really proud of this, I also got to preside over one of our plenary sessions. So it felt so good being able to get up there, up on the dais, being at the podium, presiding over the business of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and hearing everyone's congratulations, everyone's comments after that. It just warms my heart because I practiced, and I wanted to make sure that I did you all right as your international second vice president. And it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy to know that you all enjoyed me being the presiding officer of that plenary. So again, thank you very much. And yeah, that's my very short synopsis of boule. And if you want more, you should definitely go and watch that playlist. Chanel B02020 asks, what were some of your favorite service activities with members of Alpha Kappa Alpha from Harvard? So the chapter at Harvard, Lambda Upsilon, is actually made of undergraduates from Harvard, MIT, and Wellesley, and I'll talk about two of them. The most important, most sentimental one to me is the service project that we did when we were in our membership intake process. We were at the end of a very long process, of a process that bonded us together, and it was the day before finally becoming members, and we woke up very early, went to a tea stop out in one of the greater Boston areas, and we were just cleaning it up, beautifying it. We were picking up trash. We were planting out these beautiful yellow and pink flowers, and it definitely gelled us all together, me and the 6 other members of the membership intake process that I was a part of. So that was very sentimental, and it just started off my sisterhood, being able to go through that lovely experience right before getting initiated and becoming a full-fledged member of the sorority. And then, like, that was the very beginning, my very first ever service project. And the other service project that I'll talk about with Lambda Upsilon actually did not happen in person. It happened virtually during the pandemic, during the election campaign period. And it was our Black Votes Matter event. This was a huge event. It had Epsilon, Iota Gamma, and Lambda Upsilon. So those were the AKA chapters that were coming together. And if you ask anyone from Lambda Upsilon, we love Epsilon and Iota Gamma because those are the other undergraduate chapters that we work a lot with. And there were also different affinity organizations from other from other clubs of schools that we're on, and we were educating people on how it is that they can vote, how it is that they can do so safely, how it is that they can get registered to vote, how it is that they can educate themselves on the politicians, their stances on issues, and what the issues are. And it was just a great event that we did also multiple times, because we allowed people many different opportunities to be able to become the best citizen that they could before the 2020 election. So those are two service projects that are really important to me. Now we're going to move on to 3 questions from my little sister, Jayla Yvette McCoy. I love her. She is my best friend. And I'm going to start with my favorite question that she asked. How much do you love your little sister? This much. I love her 3,000. She is my best friend. I already said that. And that's not just because we have to be. It's not just, well, your sister, she has to be your best friend. No, she is my best friend. She is. And I love her so much. She is my biggest supporter. My biggest supporter. There's no one who gets me like she does. There's no one who I can count on the way I count on her. She can text me saying, like in our family group chat, guys, I have news. Maybe she won something. Maybe something's happening at work. I'll drop everything and text, what is it? And she would do the same for me, I know. So I love her so much. And then her other questions, what do I like to do for fun? She already knows the answer to this because we do a bunch of the same stuff for fun. We love watching TV, love watching Netflix shows, we love watching movies, all of that. And it's not just, well, you're just sitting there observing something together. Oh, no. We sit, we talk through it, we make little side comments to each other. So not the best thing for the movie theater, but when we are at home in the safety and just surrounded by our own people, it's what my entire family does. The reason why we love watching movies and TV shows is because of the commentary that comes with it. Because we're great commentators. And her third question is, how was it balancing your last year at Harvard and your current position in AKA? Well, it was definitely made easier by the fact that I only had 3 classes that I was taking, because I knew I was going to be taking on a lot with the position as the international second vice president. But I also knew I was a senior that had worked very hard during my first 3 years in order to make sure that I could have the easiest senior year possible. So I took all of those hard STEM classes early on. That way I was taking mostly humanities, reading, writing type courses, ones that were not going to be so stressful during that time. And I also made sure that I balanced, because I also made sure that I prioritized, because I'm at Harvard to get an education. Point blank, period. That is why I chose Harvard, because I knew I would be getting the best education possible. So I put that first, and when I say put that first, I mean it literally. I go to class. There is no missing class. We're not going to Harvard to miss classes. So I go to class. Soon as class ends, it's not get on Instagram for 2 hours, it's sit and do work for 2 hours. And then I might give myself a little break, go and eat some dinner, and I'll start working on AKA stuff after that. That way I'm making sure that I am taking care of both parts of my life, because both of them are very important to me. It means that I am staying up late because we have board of directors meeting, or because we have a undergraduate activities council meeting, because those things matter to me, and if they matter to me, I am going to make time for them and make an effort to be at them and give my 110%. That way I can do what the people elected me to do. So that's how I was able to balance AKA and my last year at Harvard. My mom, Rochelle McCoy, she says, no questions, just congratulations. Thanks, Mom. She's also my biggest supporter. I think I talked about it in the 100 subscriber video, how she asked me if she could be my first subscriber, and I had already taken that. I was my first subscriber. But that is how dedicated she is to being my biggest cheerleader, to being the first person that's always gonna support me and lift me up. So thank you, Mom. Love you. And now, our final two questions from Michaela Rains. How do I stay motivated? I stay motivated because I think of the people that put me in this position. I think of the people who supported me to get to where I am. And also because I think about where it is I want to be. So it's partly because of thinking about the past, partly because I'm thinking about the future. I stay motivated because there are too many people that have worked with me, uplifted me, connected me in order to be in this place. Because I know I can't do it alone. I know that I'm the one who took the ACT. I'm the one that's taking the courses at Harvard in order to graduate. But it takes a village. I have a very strong support system, one that can't be beat. So I think about all those people and what it is that they have poured into me that I can't let go to waste. And then I think about where it is that I want to be in the future. I have very specific goals that I have for myself. I want to be a doctor. That doesn't have very much room for error or distractions, so I have to stay on the straight and narrow. One of the things that I tell myself, it comes from Star Wars. I'm a big nerd. It comes from Star Wars. When I am thinking like, man, I don't feel like doing this right now. I just wish that I could scroll on Instagram for 2 hours. I tell myself, stay on target. Stay on target. Because if I want to get somewhere, I need to put in conscious effort. I need to make actionable steps in order for those dreams, those goals, those aspirations to become a reality. Because without that, they're not going to happen. So, thinking about the past and thinking about the future is what keeps me motivated in the present. Final question. How do you feel you would like to expand your YouTube channel in the future? Well, one of the things that I would love to do is start reviewing different TV shows and movies that I watch, because as I've already mentioned, it's something that I love to do. It's something that is a very big part of who I am. I'm obviously going to keep documenting my experience as the International Second Vice President, going to keep making vlogs, and that's going to be so much fun because as things start getting back to normal, I will be invited to more in-person things, and I will take all of you along with me for that ride. And yeah, so keeping up with the vlogs, keeping up with just my experience also along this medical school doctor journey, and hopefully adding in some movie and TV show reviews, because when we were at school, what my friends could always count on me being able to tell them what happened in the movie that was just released. They'll come sit at the lunch table and they'll say, Jasmine, how was Birds of Prey? And I will sit there and talk about all of my feelings. I will give a very detailed plot with impersonations, quotes, all of that from the movie, and then I'll say how I felt about it, if it was a good movie, bad movie, all those kinds of things. So that would be really fun. But this is the end of the video. I want to thank every single one of the 260 people that got me to this point. Thank you very much. We will have another milestone video at 500, I'm thinking. I'm thinking we'll do the next one at 500. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.